right. Today, I wanted to talk about the daily office. The daily office. If you don't know what that is, in the Episcopal Anglican tradition, they have what's called the daily office, which is essentially a daily regiment, you could say, a daily scheduled time of prayer and reading. If you are in any way Baptist or non-denominationally inclined, something like a structured set of prayers or readings, or indeed even a structured set of written prayers, might put you off a little bit or seem strange, as it did to me. But one of the things that I've gathered and been enriched by from other traditions, including the Anglicans, but many more, Catholic and Orthodox as well, outside of Protestantism, have some form of a daily office. And I don't know, I think the fear from the more Baptist side of things, something like that, is that, oh, you're just reading written prayers and you're doing it every day at the same time. It could maybe lose its meaning or its sincerity for the person. I'm not sure. There's always that inherent skepticism towards anything ritualistic. But I've come to push back on that. I think that there's real power in that, and a real benefit to having a routine. We all think that way about other areas of our lives. You have a routine, maybe you wake up at a certain time, maybe you work out in the mornings or have your cup of coffee, scroll through Facebook or whatever you do. These routines kind of settle into our minds and they do things to us for better or worse. And I think what better thing to devote a routine to than prayer and reading. And I would also say that I think the same sort of criticism that the Baptist might give to a structured daily prayer regimen, there's equally valid criticisms from the other side, which is if you're just super loosey-goosey, oh, whatever I feel or whatever I think, then it becomes mostly just that, whatever you feel and whatever you think, and it becomes you-centered. And that's just as big of a problem as something being, maybe too ritualistic or too rote, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. It's something that once I started trying to do it, once I gave it a chance, I found enrichment from it. It's just, you see all those super produced and very likely false morning routines that people post all the time. Oh, I get up at 4 a.m. and I work out for 12 hours and then I check emails for 15 minutes and somehow never work. And by the way, I'm a millionaire. And people watch that stuff and they try to learn from that stuff. And I think it's because deep down, we do sort of hunger for a disciplined routine, something that we cultivate for things that are meaningful for us. And I think we need to do that more with the spiritual life. It's silly not to, in my opinion. I don't know. I think it just becomes a thing that, can you really say that you love something if you don't carve out specific times and places to interact with that thing? Especially when you're talking about God himself. I think it would benefit us greatly to intentionally carve out time, which I'm sure many people do already, but I think the daily office sort of approach is the next step. So now I've carved out the time. Now I'm going even further, and I'm carving out, this is specifically what I'm going to read. This is specifically how I'm going to pray, to just eliminate the self-centeredness of it all. But I do think the danger, and I try to be weary of it and mindful of it, I think the danger there in trying to remove the selfishness of it all is removing the self from it completely, in the sense of you don't mean it. It does have to come from you, and it has to come from you genuinely. But we've got to strike that balance between, it coming from us, but it not being about us. That's what the spiritual life is. I mean, prayer and reading, these aren't things that God needs. These aren't things that God asks us to do because He needs us to do them for Him. When you pray, God knows what you pray. He knows what you need, obviously. I mean, it's not like you asking Him is reminding Him of something somehow. It's not for Him. It's for us. Prayer is a gift to us from God, to allow us to participate with Him in a way that we honestly have no business being able to do. I mean, what a gift. And it's for our salvation. It's for our salvation. It's for our sanctification. Striking that balance, it can be tough. By the way, I forgot to mention in the beginning, it is 83 degrees, sunny. It's less cloudy than it was this morning. And we're headed home from work. No drink, though, unfortunately. But anyways, that's what I wanted to briefly talk about, the daily office. If you are a low church Protestant of any kind, if you are non-denominational, if you are Baptist, and if you've encountered some of these themes and didn't know what to make of them, or think, I have to become Catholic if I want to do a daily office. No. These are things that even the lowest church of Protestant can participate in. And I'll say briefly, as a Baptist myself, if you have felt a yearning or a need for some of these tools like the daily office, then check out the Baptist calendar that I made. It's a tool that I made for myself. Something, like I mentioned, something that I felt like would benefit my spiritual life. Certainly not something that needs to be done, but something that, for me personally, I really felt like that more ancient liturgical expression would benefit me, and I think it could benefit you. So I'll link that tool. It's free. It's a liturgical calendar, and it's also a daily office. So if you click on the daily office button, every day there is a structure of written and non-written prayers. There's also a structured daily reading that goes through the entirety of Scripture throughout the year. Some days throughout the year, much like other liturgical calendars, if you're familiar with any of them, other Christian calendars, there are commemoration days and feasts of the Lord to celebrate key individuals or moments of the life of Christ. The whole idea is, if the idea of the daily office is to sort of center your day around prayer and Christ, then the purpose of the calendar in the broader sense is to do that same thing with your whole year. Center your whole year around Christ. I think there's real benefit to that, and I think there's a real benefit to that. So if that sounds like you, if you're interested in it, feel free. Like I said, it's linked. It's totally free to use. Always will be. And that's it. I'm not home yet, but I'm shutting it down. See you guys later.